start by talking through the all-new Stanley Cup celebration.
We've really upped our game when it comes to the Stanley Cup celebration. In previous years, we've had a non-interactive sequence, and that's worked pretty well, but this year we wanted to give the players some agency. It's fully interactive. One of the biggest wish fulfillment moments is...
Let's start by talking through the all-new Stanley Cup celebration.
We've really upped our game when it comes to the Stanley Cup celebration. In previous years, we've had a non-interactive sequence, and that's worked pretty well, but this year we wanted to give the players some agency.
Let's start by talking through the all-new Stanley Cup celebration.
We've really upped our game when it comes to the Stanley Cup celebration. In previous years, we've had a non-interactive sequence, and that's worked pretty well, but this year we wanted to give the players some agency. It's fully interactive. One of the biggest wish fulfillment moments is that tradition in the cup next. We're going to populate the list of names based on approximately 65 different stories that we're tracking under the hood, from the veteran that has never won the Stanley Cup to the assistant captain that also leads the team in goals. When the user selects a player, we hear through the commentary, we justify that decision.
Well, here was a key contributor, tied for most goals on the team en route to a Stanley Cup win, Ray.
Well, I was just most impressed with how he played game to game. And then at some point in the playoffs, I'm like, he's scoring all the time.
It looks awesome. Obviously, we've completely re-mocapped the entire sequence, but we've also added effects, confetti falling from the roof, and of course, like the sparklers that are firing in the background, and it all looks tremendous. After the Stanley Cup has been won, we have this moment where, and this is true wish fulfillment, where you finally get to see your name etched on the Stanley Cup. Whatever the player list of the team is, you're ultimately going to see that name etched in the Stanley Cup, and it's a really cool sequence. It's a total revamp of one of the greatest moments inside of our game. We decided to completely revamp this year. As soon as you score a hat trick goal, we see from a wide shot just a raining down of an incredible amount of hats, but it's so awesome. We were like, let's ship with that. Inside of eShul World of Chell, we give users the ability to kind of create their own tradition. You can have teddy bears, you can have alien plushies, you can have fish, plastic rats, and roses. The work we did in game day atmosphere really changes the entire game. We did a total overhaul of the crowd audio this year. When something happens on the ice, you'll hear it from the crowd. The home team gets a penalty, the home team is going to get on the referee and start booing them. At first it'll be subtle, but as that penalty differential kind of grows, as do the boos. If you're playing a game where you come back, perhaps you win an OT, you're going to get a completely different animation that is properly representative of how hyped the home team is. The intros were in need of some maintenance. We knew we wanted to add some more emotion. If you're familiar with what we call on-ice projections, these big animated graphics that get projected onto the ice during the pregame, we've added them this year. And it's not just for authentic teams, but it's also for World of Chell and eShul. You actually see the fans waving around these awesome light sticks. And those are also fully customizable inside of World of Chell and eShul. Users can change their colors, and it really adds to this incredible atmosphere. We're finally adding the national anthems, and what you'll hear is the final few chords of the respective national anthem, and the players will be lined up at their respective blue lines. In World of Chell and eShul, users will be able to select and customize whichever flag they want from all the major hockey nations. This year, we've gone kind of fully 3D with AR, and we continue using kind of that face-off moment to show the user meaningful stats, but not slow the gameplay down. Really, it's about the leaderboard giving you so many interesting, deep insights. It can show things like top scorers on your team, top hitters, top assists, top points.
It's all about the players, and wanted to bring it home through getting the proper skin shading model and eye shading model. By aligning with the other sports titles, we have a massive amount of engineering power that we can access. We have the skin dual lobe shader, which allows us to adjust the light bouncing off the epidermis and hitting the oil on top of the skin, so we can simulate sort of mild exertion without them looking too greasy, of course. And then we have the dual lobe shading on the eyes also, so it represents like the spec response of light that goes to the cornea, and you get all this sense of light reflecting off the eyes. I know people really like metal things. People love shiny things. And this is us pushing our new shading models to the limit. We now have the Vegas Golden Knight helmets, and we have a metal option for recolorable helmets so users can customize their equipment so they can have metal helmets or metal gloves. A fan favorite, you can pick a mirrored visor within the customization flow. Players look super cool. You can go all metallic and get your mirrored visor and go full Terminator on the ice. We're getting realistic visualizations of equipment and we're bringing them into the game. New unique geometry for goalie gear, player helmets, player skates, and player gloves. We've also done about 200 new vanity items, and we've been updating our generic head pool to represent more diverse ethnic backgrounds. We have a large pool of women being represented, not just in our star heads, but in our generic head pool as well. We have ice resolution upgrades so they really hold up on the 4K televisions, and we also have ice displacement that happens on the ice, so you get this realistic ice buildup that accumulates around the goalie and then around the sides of the boards, skate spray accumulation on boards. We felt that really helped bring out the personality of the ice.
Thanks, David and Aaron, for walking us through.
Welcome to the EA Sports NHL 23 Gameplay Deep Dive. We're excited to show you some all-new features like last chance puck movement, real-time strategies, X-Factor updates, and more. Last Chance Puck Movement is a new series of desperation gameplay animations that add an extra layer of authenticity and excitement to the game. Now, if you receive any level of contact, from light bumps to heavy shoves, you'll still be able to react. Previously, when this happened, there was a loss of offensive player control to reward defense, but that never really felt authentic and mostly impeded the action. We wanted to fix that to keep the flow of the game moving and create more dynamic and unique plays. We've also added a new mechanic, where if you double tap, either shoot or pass while skating towards a loose puck, you'll be able to make a diving, desperation attempt at the puck. To make all these new desperation animations feel authentic, we focused on replicating real-world examples seen in the NHL. And what started as a small set of 25 animations expanded to the over 500 you'll find in the game. It's also important for us to ensure the feature is balanced, so we added these moves in defensive situations as well. And if a defensive player is in a good position, those desperation plays can be easily countered. To ensure authenticity, we try to keep you on your feet as much as possible before resorting to these more compromised and unideal shots. Strategies. To help give you more control over the action, we've updated our strategies across the board. We've added 2 new strategies to NHL 23. The first being the 1-3-1 power play, and on the penalty kill, we've added the 1-1-2. Which you might know as triangle +1 or wedge +1, that serves as a good counter to the 1-3-1. We've also added the ability to rearrange the player positions before and after the face-off, which will increase your ability to set up plays. Plus, you can now assign 3 different roles on the power play: distributor, finisher, and puck carrier. The AI will know who to distribute the puck to based on their role, position, situation, and X-Factor tendencies. We also added a new feature this year called Assisted Strategies. These will pop up in-game and let you know when there's an opportunity for your strategy to shift on the fly and give you a better chance to either get back into or finish the game. X-Factors are our most significant in-game abilities, and this year we've added a pair of new ones and updated the existing suite. The 2 new X-Factors are Trevor Zegras' Skilled Up, which lets you recreate his viral flip pass over the net, and Sarah Nurse's Relentless, which increases your ability to shoot and pass while off balance. We've also been working on retaining and balancing the existing abilities and improving the underutilized ones and how they line up with the more popular ones. AI. This year, we focused on updating our AI's goaltending and teammate awareness abilities. AI goalies will now have access to more tools than ever, with over 300 new save animations that were previously only available to human goalies, adding more authenticity to their role. We also address the fundamentals, like improving goalie intelligence and ensuring we're rewarding proper positioning and puck tracking. And in an update to AI skaters, they'll now gesture to indicate when a player is open and which player is most dangerous when on the defensive side. They'll also lift their stick to show when they're taking a line change. These moments all lead to more authentic on-ice interactions and dynamic gameplay. Based on your feedback on NHL 22, we reworked Pass Assist, reducing the number of times you'll feel like you're completely off target. specifically on powered and out-of-vision passing. And to balance that, we're improving the ability to intercept or disrupt those passes if you're well positioned. But the offensive player will still be able to pass the puck behind the defender if they're positioned well, so the defenders won't act like a brick wall. We've also heard your feedback around poke checks, so we reduced player movement speed while in the defensive skill stick and decreased the effectiveness of poke checks when chasing or in a poor position. In addition, we increased puck carrier speed to create more separation between players and ensure that the fastest skaters in the league act like it. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in September to showcase more NHL 23 gameplay, presentation, game modes, and Hockey Ultimate Team.
Let's start by talking through the all-new Stanley Cup celebration.
We've really upped our game when it comes to the Stanley Cup celebration. In previous years, we've had a non-interactive sequence, and that's worked pretty well, but this year we wanted to give the players some agency. It's fully interactive. One of the biggest wish fulfillment moments is that tradition in the real NHL of who gets the cup next. We're going to populate the list of names based on approximately 65
I'm excited for
different
NHL.
stories
I haven't bought an
that track under the
NHL
hood,
game.
from the veteran that has
Oh,
never
boy.
won the Stanley Cup to the assistant captain that also leads the team in goals. When the user selects a player, we hear through the commentary, we justify that decision.
Well, here was a key contributor tied for most goals on the team en route to a Stanley Cup win, Ray.
Well, I was just most impressed with how he played.
I don't know, but I'm excited for this NHL game, man. It's been a while since I've played one. It's been a few years.
Awesome. Obviously, we've
This looks good, man. Like all the gameplay improvements, I was like, okay, like this is, you know, it's nice. It's a bunch of small things. This feels like some
firing in the background, and it all looks tremendous. After the Stanley Cup
felt
has been won,
minuscule,
we have this
but then I
moment
saw the
where,
presentation
and this is
trailer, and I was like, ooh, the
wish
presentation
fulfillment,
trailer,
where you
that looks
finally get
good.
to see your name etched
Looks
on the
really
Stanley
good.
Cup. Whatever the player list of the team is, you're ultimately going to see that name.
Yeah, I'm
etched in the
excited, but I
Stanley
want to
Cup,
see
and
the
it's a
game modes,
really
man.
cool
This
sequence.
premiere is
It's
going to
a total
begin
revamp of one of the
shortly,
greatest
and then
moments
we'll
in
go
soccer.
ahead and switch over.
We decided to
I'm
completely
excited, dude.
revamp
This is
this
gonna
year.
be cool. I
As
haven't
soon
played
as you
NHL
score
in
a
forever.
hat-trick
We
goal,
might start playing a lot of
wide
NHL
shot,
23
just
on
a
this channel. We'll
raining
see.
down
You guys will have to let me know in the
incredible
comments
hats,
what you
but it's
think.
so awesome. We were like,
This stuff
let's
looks
ship
cool,
with
dude.
that.
Especially like
Inside
the
of each
the customizable
we give
throwables
users
onto the
the
ice. Like they always
ability
throw a
to
hat for
create their own
hat trick. We can do teddy bears, little aliens. They had some other, yeah, look, there's the aliens right there. That's awesome. Roses. The game day, yeah, the presentation stuff looks sweet. Especially, I do like the having like a little bit of control during the cup celebration. You can pass it off to different teammates. That looks pretty awesome. It's some cool stuff, man. I wish Madden could do something, you know. NHL and all the other EA Sports games seem to be making progress, while Madden's just like, you know, they're good with staying the same. All right, 55 seconds to go, guys. 50 seconds. I'm gonna get to take a look at the official game modes deep dive trailer. It looks cool, man. It looks really cool. So at about 15 seconds in this trailer, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the new game modes trailer for NHL 23. Let me know in the comments if you're hyped. I'm hyped. I want to get the Avs another Stanley Cup. I want another one. All right, here we go. We're gonna switch over.
The respective national anthem, and the players will be lined up at their respective blue line.
Yeah, baby. Let me move myself down here. Let's make me smaller so I'm not covering up the screen. Let's go.
Welcome to the NHL 23 Game Modes Deep Dive. Let's start by talking franchise mode and the all-new custom leagues.
We're going to allow players to play with any number of teams, any number of games played, divisions, conferences, freely customize leagues to the rosters that they wanted to create or share with others. You can select anywhere from 6 to 48 teams, as well as any number of divisions and conferences within the number of teams that you have. So if you want a 48 team, 0 conferences, and 8 divisions setup, you can do that. The original 6 where they just play each other in the league, you can do that. You'll also have the ability to turn off what the minimum cap is. So if you're creating an era from the past, you can turn off the salary cap. But now we're also giving you the granularity of what's the max cap. Dynamic schedules will let you do anything from setting the number of round-robin rounds that you want to play. You can even set the number of division games, conference games, interdivision games, interconference games, depending on your league setup. And you can set those from anywhere from 20 to 84. You can set wins from anywhere from 1 to 4 points. You can change the points for losses, or you can change the format in which the playoffs are played.
Nice.
You can also set whether or not the wild card standings format is enabled. And we also have a new thing called the wild card round, which allows you to have a play-in round similar to the NHL bubble back in.
This is cool, man. This is like what Super Mega Baseball did.
Able to change the number of games played in each of those rounds. We support 1 game, 3 games, 5 games, or 7 games, as well as a 2-game aggregate. So if you want to play a 7-game series where you play the first 3 games away and then the next 4 games at home, you can do that. If you want to play an alternating schedule, we allow you to do that as well. If you wanted to change the schedule for the AHL, you can do that. Everything you can do with the NHL schedule or playoff format or the league setup in general, you can do that. If a player this year creates a 48-team custom roster, you're able to go in and after downloading that roster sharing file, you'll go into custom leagues and then you can sub in all the teams that the player created if they're not NHL teams into franchise mode.
You can just do an entirely new league.
Create the league in whichever way you want to with those 48 teams. There's just so many cool things that our players did last year. We really wanted to give them the power to take the next step, having fun in franchise mode.
Our number one focus for World of Chell this year was the implementation of cross-platform matchmaking. When it arrives in November, PlayStation and Xbox players in the same console generation will be able to play against one another across all World of Chell online modes for the first time in franchise history. And now that our matchmaking pools are essentially doubled, you'll be spending less time in the queue and more time on the ice. The early prototype is promising, and we couldn't be more excited to implement this, as well as continue to work on connecting our players as best as possible. It's worth mentioning that cross-platform matchmaking is also completely optional and can be toggled on or off by all players. Because of the expanded matchmaking pools, we've updated our servers to better allocate to where our players are based and added a new server aimed at helping players in the central part of North America. One of the largest quality of life asks we get from our community is the ability to open hockey bags faster. This year, we've added the ability to go quickly from one bag to the other, allowing you to open them at a much faster pace than ever before. We've also added a dedicated strategy screen where you can access our new and existing strategies to fine-tune your team play. You'll also find a new wide range of customization options for your team and player. Based on your feedback last year, we've tuned the preset attributes on multiple classes to ensure balance. This includes increasing the starting attributes, giving you a higher starting overall to work with. We've also added additional loadout slots, giving you more flexibility and choice from game to game. We understand that having to come into NHL and set your team up for each and every game in online versus, that's not where the fun lies. And we want players to get into that next experience, that next game as quickly as possible. So this year, we're giving you the ability to save your lines and strategies for online versus. This also partners well with the new strategies that we have in the feature set for 23. And it was important to us that we get this in the game, get you into every match as quickly as possible, remove the work, and let you have the fun that you've come to NHL for.
Well, I mean, that was cool. Overall, a little underwhelming, I have to say, outside for the beginning of the trailer there. Let's take a look at this again with franchise.
Let's start by talking franchise mode and the all-new custom leagues.
We're going to allow players to play with any number of teams, any number of games played.
So the franchise mode improvements I'm really stoked about. This looks great. And I don't know why we saw 2K really get into this with the My Era, with the custom leagues and being able to start at any point in time. I was really hoping that NHL was about to drop a bomb on us and do the same thing. But they're kind of halfway there. It's basically just like heavy customizable leagues, which I love. Super Mega Baseball does a great job with this. And, basically you can choose the amount of games being played. You can also change the amount of teams. You can have 48 teams. So you can expand the NHL into 48 teams. You can also drop it down all the way to 6 and any number you can think of. in between. And then you can also change the number of games played during the season. You can change the playoff format, and all of this stuff you can do with the NHL. You can also do with the AHL. I also noticed they had all the other European leagues available, or sorry, teams available to add to your league, and custom teams as well. Franchise mode looks sweet. Let's keep watching.
Divisions, conferences, really customize leagues to the rosters that they wanted to create or share with others. So you can
as you can see, man, we can have 48 teams. You can do no conferences. You can change the salary cap. This is all really cool stuff.
Conferences and 8 divisions, games, interconference games, depending on not the wild card.
Change how the I really want to get into, see, we had like select mode, franchise mode. This is where you're doing all your settings. You can change the AHL format and the playoffs format, and how qualification works and what the tiebreakers are. This is all pretty sick. Yeah, I do have an echo. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the echo in my mic is, to be honest with you. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. Hold on. There it is. It's gone now, right? Is it? No, it's not. Echo gone? Echo gone. No, I have no idea. I don't know why there's an echo in my mic right now. Let's see. Nope. I think it's still echoing. I'm not sure. Not sure. What about now? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the echo is, man. I apologize. Oh, it's gone. Okay, maybe I did fix it. Maybe I did fix it. I'm not sure. I'm still hearing it on my end, but I don't know. But yeah, dude, yeah, Winter Classic should have been in the premiere too. I agree.
The NHL bubble back in 2020. Depending on the number of rounds you selected, you'll be able to change the number of games played in each of those rounds. We support 1 game, 3 games, 5 games, or 7 games, as well as a 2-game aggregate. So if you want to play a 7-game series where you play the first 3 games away and then the next 4 games at home as well. If you wanted to change the schedule for the AHL, the player this year creates a...
See, I want to look at this. And so what I'm curious, I think the echo might have been, for some reason, causing from having the video, audio running too. But all the different leagues you can see here. And this all looks cool. I love the customer. I wish we could have gotten into this career tab. We never got into it.
Into franchise mode in custom leagues, and then you can recreate the
of cross-platform matchmaking. When it arrives,
World of Chell was cool too, man. World of Chell, that was a cool reveal. I mean, the biggest thing they showed, though, honestly, it was cross-platform within the same console generation. More excited about yeah, dude. I mean, I'm excited about the Winter Classic mode. I'm surprised they didn't really get into that. And I think that belonged to here, because I will say this trailer reveal was pretty underwhelming. Franchise mode, they started out with the bang, right? All the customization within franchise mode and all the settings was great. I was then expecting them to go into Winter Classic. They didn't. They go into World of Chell, which is like the online 3-on-3 customized player, and kind of like a little, you know, RPG in a way. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. They went over the loadouts and they went over how it's cross-platform. And I don't know, that was, I mean, they talked about how you can open up packs faster, which is good because like the animation should not take that long. But going through, I mean, that was pretty much it. They added some servers, enabled crossplay. You can open packs faster. You can set tendencies.
Customization options for your team and player. Based on your feedback last year, we've tuned the preset attributes on multiple classes to ensure balance. This includes increasing the starting attributes, giving you a higher starting overall to work with. Team up for each and every game and online versus.
Yeah, so I mean that's the trailer, guys. I hope they add it too. That'd be nice to have the Winter Classic mode. I was hoping to see more because basically this was like a big franchise, customizable franchise settings, a little bit of World of Chell updates, and then online you can have save tendencies. So it's cool stuff, man. It's cool stuff. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It's definitely more than what the Madden team within EA does. So yeah, it's a short dive. It's a short dive for sure. It's a short dive for sure. Yeah, this franchise mode stuff is cool. World of Chell, all the changes with the strategy and doing that. I really like that, and being able to the online play. Look, man, I mean, again, it's more than what the Madden team does. So you know, I give them that. I don't know. Stop. Let me hold on. Let's get rid of this spam. And I'm excited, dude. I mean, I was a little bit more excited about the presentation. The presentation looks nice. And let's go ahead and pre-order. I want to see what this looks like. When is this game coming out again? It's November, I believe. Is that correct? This game's coming out in November. Let's go Xbox, Xbox One. Just give me a pre-order date. Not even a pre-order. Just give me a release date. What are we looking at here? Am I just blind? Am I missing it? Release date. Oh, October 11th, actually. I thought it was 11/11. It's 10/11. Dude, that's just in time because I'm going to Canada here in a little bit, and then I'll be back just in time for the release of this game, so that'll be sweet. But yeah, so that was the NHL 23 short dive of shout out to Esvo and Gettins. I appreciate you all tuning in. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and play the game modes trailer again for you, and then we'll go ahead and peace out. But that way you guys can watch it one more time. Let's go ahead and watch it through one more time, and then we're gonna get out of here. All right.
Customize leagues to the rosters that they wanted to create or share with others. You can select anywhere from 6 to 48 teams.
Esvo, peace, man. Appreciate you.
Conferences within the number of teams that you have. So if you want a 48 team, 0 conferences, and 8 divisions setup, you can do that. The original 6 where they just play each other in the league, you can do that. You'll also have the ability to turn off what the minimum cap is. So if you're creating an era from the past, you can turn off the salary cap. But now we're also giving you the granularity of what's the max cap.
See, they teased me there about, you know, creating an era from the past. I was really hoping that we were about to get some NBA 2K23 details of being able to actually start your league from the past. I really want to play this. Yeah, 48 teams is ridiculous, dude. That's going to be so much fun. So much fun.
Change the point.
But I was really hoping we were going to be able to, like, start an NHL league, but from, like, 2002. You know, from a different era, like you can in 2K23. That's such a dope feature.
Which allows you to have a play-in round similar to the NHL bubble back in 2020. Depending on the number of rounds you've selected, you'll be able to change the number of games played in each of those rounds. We support 1 game, 3 games.
I know, man, dude. I gotta get a next-gen console. I gotta save up and get a PS5 because the new NCAA football game coming out next summer. I think it's already announced that it's only coming out on the PS5 and Series X. Not even PC. Not even coming out on PC, which they treat like last gen anyway. But yeah, I got to get myself a next-gen console.
Playoff format or the league setup in general, you can do that. If a player this year creates a 48-team custom roster, you're able to go in and after downloading that roster sharing file, you'll go into custom leagues and then you can sub in all the teams that the player created if they're not NHL teams into franchise mode in custom leagues. And then you can recreate the league in whichever way you want to with those 48 teams. There's just so many cool things that our players did last year. We really wanted to give them the power to take the next step, having fun in franchise mode.
Our number one focus for World of Chell this year was
franchise mode, man. I don't know why the Madden team can't do this.
Players in the same console generation will be able to play against one another across all World of Chell online modes for the first time in franchise history. And now that our matchmaking pools are essentially doubled, you'll be spending less time in the queue.
That's a pretty big deal, actually, to have cross-platform with the same generation. That is a big deal.
Best as possible. It's worth mentioning that cross-platform matchmaking is also completely optional and can be toggled on.
Yeah, they're also going to have new servers, so hopefully you can get in the game faster.
We've updated our servers to better allocate to where our players are based and added a new server aimed at helping players in the central part of North America. One of the largest quality of life asks we get from our community is the ability to open hockey bags faster. This year,
I'm sorry, I mean, I get it, because like it's annoying when you're opening like a pack and like the animations just take forever, but come on, this is like, that's a funny like update to include, like, hey, you could open packs faster. Come on, man.
Options for your team and player. Based on your feedback last year, we've tuned the preset attributes on multiple.
I haven't played World of Chell yet. Like, I've played, I stopped playing, I think the last NHL I played was like right before the World of Chell was added in, so for me, I'm excited about this whole like X Factor abilities and like the World of Chell. That looks like a lot of fun. I might hop back into NHL. I think NHL 18, 19 might have been the last one I played, so between this and the presentation updates and the gameplay updates, I think I'm definitely going to hop in back into NHL again this year.
Important to us that we get this in the game, get you into every match as quickly as possible, remove the work, and let you have the fun that you've come to NHL for.
All right. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and well, live stream, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna be snagging this game when it comes out. Let me go ahead and go back to my pre-stream here so you guys can have some video in the background. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. I'm gonna check this game out. This looks good. This and the new Tiger Woods game coming out also that same weekend, I believe, is NHL. So we're gonna be busy with a little bit of Tiger Woods and NHL. Break away from the football stuff for a little bit. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Esvo, appreciate you stopping in. Gedden, appreciate you stopping in. You guys have a great day. Everybody else,